Hello, my name's James O'Brien. I'm the Operations Director of iIntro. What I want to talk about today is what we are calling the Great Resignation. You see, if anything, over the last 18 months, we've learned a lot of things in the world of recruitment. We went from the depths of despair to the elation of more jobs than we know what to do with. You see, when we look back at the statistics, in early to mid 2020, we found that actually the market had slowed down, unless you're in certain areas where there are a lot of key workers required. But then as the bounce back took place and the recovery took place, we saw a V-shaped recovery, a huge uplift in vacancies in the marketplace. And that led to extreme demand for recruiters. So we all felt really good about the market and how it was. But if we look at that, it's really interesting to observe some of the statistics that are out there in both the UK and the US markets. In the UK, there were over 1 million vacancies in July 2021. In the US, there were over 10 million vacancies at the same time. Now, that's great news for recruiters because it means we have lots of opportunities to work with. But let's look at that now from the candidate perspective. What's happening in the candidate market? Well, the reason why we entitled this The Great Resignation is that 41% of candidates have been surveyed to say that they're considering resigning in 2021 and into early 2022. We're sure that will follow through. What does this mean? Well, it means that candidates now have a lot more choice. Why are they thinking of resigning? Well, the pandemic taught them one thing is they can now work more flexibly. And if you as an employer, not as a recruiter, but as an employer, aren't able to offer flexible work, will you be able to attract the right employee going forward? So the dynamic has changed and the recruiter has to adapt to this to make sure that they're counselling and coaching their employers to say, you need to offer things differently. The job descriptions that you had 2 years ago aren't the job descriptions going forward for next year and beyond. We need to do things differently. And you need to look at things differently because if so many people are out there thinking about changing jobs, then the reason why they're doing that is they're confident because the job market is so buoyant, they're confident that they can get that next position. Now, the big challenge for candidates is, who do I move to? Do I just move for money or am I looking for the flexibility of work environment, the work-life balance, which has now come much more to the fore and is actually proven to be achievable for many more people? So what we have to do is say, well, how can we attract candidates to our business? If you're an employer, how do you attract people to your business? What is it that you do differently? And as a recruiter, you have to consult with the clients to, as I say, counsel them, to share with them what they need to be doing. Because the market has moved, the market has shifted. Now, as a recruiter, when you go and work with employers, whether they're clients of yours already or prospects who are hopefully future clients for you, you have to share with them what's happening in the marketplace. You have to share with them that there is a huge variety of choice now for candidates. So why would a candidate choose to work for that employer? Now, most candidates are not looking to jump out of the frying pan into the fire. So they're going to be much more selective with regards to which type of roles they consider. And they're going to be more careful about which ones they do. They're not going to just sort of take a job because they're desperate for a job, they're desperate for a salary. They're going to look at all the considerations. So what can you do as a recruiter to help your clients, be the employer of choice? Well, you actually have to have a much more structured process to identify with both the client and the candidate that your process is focused on delivering the right output or the right outcome for the candidate and the client. You see, the job of a recruiter is not just to fire CVs over to an employer. And the job of an employer is not just to hire somebody who comes across their desk. The objective for the employer is to hire somebody who stays with them for the medium to long term. Therefore, your role in the world of recruitment are to find them candidates who will inevitably stay for the medium to long term. In a piece of research, 46% of new employees fail in their job in the first 18 months. Again, that leads to high churn. So retention of employees becomes a critical part going forward. But retention isn't just for the benefit of the employer, it's also for the benefit of the candidate. You know that you're going to be carefully selected and evaluated and assessed to actually go and work for that employer. So your process can't just be about providing the CV or resume to the employer. That's not enough. You need to put in place multiple layers of scientific and objective evaluation to help the employer make the right hiring decision and to help them make the candidate make the right selection of who they want to go and work with. Now, if your process has that type of structure in place, you're more likely to win over clients who are looking for some differentiation. If all you do is the same as everybody else, sure, you'll win some business, you'll pick up some vacancies. But to actually go out there and consult with clients will mean they will retain you to go out there and find the best talent. What we do at iIntro is we work with our clients. Our clients are employers, are recruiters like you. Recruiters who are looking for some differentiation in the marketplace. People who want to say that it's not just about providing a CV. So our process is a data-driven recruitment process that puts multiple layers of scientific and objective assessment and evaluation at the heart of the recruitment process. That helps employers make more informed hiring decisions. And when you're able to talk to employers with that level of detail, they're more likely to engage with you. Not only are they more likely to engage with you, they're more likely to engage with you on a retained basis, which is what we do to help the recruiters that we work with actually change the way they work and actually deliver a much better service. If you'd like to discover more information about how we might be able to help you, please do click on the link below and book a free consultation with me or one of my colleagues. We look forward to meeting with you and sharing you our thoughts on the changing market that's out there.